Hi, Jules Cruise Companion. Today I'm going to go over with you the shore excursion that I did when I was on Coral Princess doing a Brisbane to Sydney one-way, and it was an excursion in Newcastle, and it was the Hunter Valley wine tour. So I will go over the summary of what the excursion was, visiting the 4 sites, the price of it, and what my reflection was about doing this excursion or any excursion off a cruise ship. So here is my excursion ticket. It tells me the location of the tour, what the name of the tour is, what the restrictions are on the tour, a disclaimer that the sites may vary, and the location of where to meet and at what time. Then it has my cabin number, my name, it has Coral Princess, and the code for the excursion. On the back of the excursion ticket is other important information. So if you want to read that, just pause the video and have a read of the full disclosure here. This section here is just a screenshot of Google that it illustrates the distance between all of the vineyards that we were going to visit: Glendore, Tullock, Four Pines, and the Hunter Valley shopping village. So here I am all glammed up with my mask because I'm on an indoor space, and I have my ticket, my sticker number to be that I was on bus 10 when I was waiting in the Explorer Lounge at 8:05, ready for the excursion to commence. As you are waiting, other instructions are notified over the tannoy.
To proceed ashore. The gangways today are located on Plaza Deck, deck number 5 midship, and these gangways can be accessed via the midship stairways and elevators. Please remember to have a medallion ready for inspection at the gangway as you disembark and re-embark the ship. Before proceeding ashore, please be aware that we have established a secure area around the vessel, and our security procedures require that you must be prepared to show your medallion to enter this area. When boarding the vessel, security staff may be required to search your hand baggage, and we request that you do not carry on board any parcels or baggage for the benefit of a stranger. If you have booked on one of the ship's organised tours for today, please take careful note of the meeting time and locations printed on your tour tickets. Guests wishing to explore Newcastle independently must take the complimentary shuttle bus from the port to the city and return. Please note that today's berth is in a secured area and walking around the port is not permitted. The last shuttle bus service from the city will be at 4:15 p.m. Once again, guests wishing to explore Newcastle independently must take the complimentary shuttle bus from the port to the city and return. Please note that today's berth is in a secured area and walking around in the port is not permitted. The last shuttle bus service from the city will be at 4:15 p.m. Coral Princess will be sailing for Sydney this afternoon, and we ask that you return on board no later than 5 p.m. Once again, we ask that you return on board no later than 5 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever your plans are for today, we hope you have an excellent day in Newcastle. The Australian government. Australia has strict biosecurity laws that affect you. Before leaving the cruise ship for your experience ashore, all food must be left on board. Any food you have should be left in your cabin or disposed of in the bins provided on board. This includes items such as fresh fruit, sandwiches, yogurt, milk, bacon, ham, sausages, and eggs. Thank you for your attention and for supporting Australia's biosecurity.
So our first vineyard stop was Glendore Winery, and we had 6 wines here, and the attendant Lee showed us around and gave us some information, and with the wine tasting we were offered the price list so that if we wanted to purchase any of the wines that we were provided, and this is the location from Newcastle of Glendore, and the prices were in one of the brochures. There were 6 wines that we were offered, and of them I would have taken 2 if I was to be purchasing any of them. That was a fabulous visit to Glendore Station, Glendore Winery there. The day did start a little cool and overcast, but it cleared away perfectly for a wonderful day visiting the Hunter Valley. The next vineyard we visited was Tullock, where we had 6 wines and 1 fortified wine with some fabulous wine and cheese. And it was an absolutely wonderful to hear the story of the Tullock vineyard. So then we went off to our third stop at Pacolpin, and that was the Four Pines at the farm, where we had our lunch as well as we had the wine tasting and 1 fortified. And this time we got an opportunity to have some beer. There was 3 different sets of beer and 4 with each of those paddles. And I had the alcoholic ginger beer, the alcoholic lemon, lime and bitters, and something else. It was absolutely wonderful. Then off to our 4th stop at Pacolpin, which was the Hunter Valley Garden shopping village, where it had souvenirs, it had the British sweet shop, it had an ice cream shop, you could have ride on a horse and cart, quite a fun little shopping centre there. Before we drove through Curry, and we looked at some of the 60 outdoor public artworks that were on display, and each of them have a little kookaburra, and then that one is the antique shop. So as you can see, that was a very comprehensive tour. It started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't get back onto the boat until it was literally time to weigh the anchor and to let go the bow ropes at 5 o'clock. And we got the 4 sites in. We got the 3 wineries and the village, the shopping village, and a little bit of a drive there through the countryside to Curry, which was absolutely fabulous. So that whole tour cost 260 Australian dollars, and I think it was well worth it. By the time that you'd had consumed some alcohol on a couple of different spots, it's not something that you could do drink and drive here in Australia. If you had some friends that were going to drive you around that were from the local area, well, that would be very different. Between the cellar door to these 3 wineries was just the most exciting fun, and spending it with some wonderful people was just an additional bonus. This is Julie Jules, Cruise Companion, saying stay safe everybody and happy travels.